Welcome to your Monday Morning Pearl. I'm Steve Keck. High-performing teams require psychological safety. And today, we're going to talk about another aspect of creating that environment of psychological safety so your team can perform at its best. And that is being able to speak your mind. True leadership can accept candid feedback. If you can't accept it, or if your boss can't accept it, one of you is going to stop receiving candid feedback. And that means they're going to miss critical data they need to make the right decisions and create a team that trusts each other. Allowing others to speak their mind sets the bar for a high trust environment. And when people feel trusted, they can take risks like we talked about last week, and they're willing to tell you when something's going wrong, as opposed to trying to hide it from you, which often happens when they have a low trust environment. Now, there are a couple things to understand about how to effectively speak your mind in an environment to create the right amount of trust. The first thing is you really do need to assume that you don't have all the information and all the variables required to make the best decision. This is especially true if you're talking up the hill to a manager or a boss, in that you may not know what the priorities are that aren't being shared with you. So having a solution may not be the best one when it comes to the actual strategy. So taking an approach in a way that says, hey, can I just share this with you and get your thoughts on if this is a good idea or not, is a much softer approach than saying this needs to change. The second thing to think about is you got to understand the age sometimes imparts experience and wisdom. So when somebody speaks their mind to you, if they are new to the environment, they may not understand the full picture, and that might be why their feedback tends to miss the mark. But it's an opportunity for you to educate and build experience, so them speaking their mind, even if it's wrong, is a good thing. It helps you understand where they are and where they should be, and allows you to lead them into a place of better experience. I can't tell you how many times I got rough feedback from a new employee saying it's got to be this, or it had to be that, or it was better over at X, Y, or Z. And we're like, okay, let me paint the picture and show you the canvas of what this company does and why, and it will make sense why that idea isn't going to work. I appreciate you speaking your mind. Let's move you into a higher place of experience. And the last thing to consider is consider the source that you're delivering this feedback to. If it's important, or maybe HR related, or something that needs to be confidential, how reliable is that person when it comes to their confidentiality? We've all got a friend who, if you tell them something in confidence, it will end up in someone else's ears. Now, it may not be done out of malice, it just may be done because they have a difficulty with their filters. So consider that before you speak your mind. A good benchmark for that is, if someone was reading this email, do I want all employees to be able to read it? If someone can leverage that communication and put you into a bad spot, it should be reconsidered and maybe approached in a different way. The ability to speak your mind is critical for high-performing teams, but giving it and receiving it should be done conscientiously. Think about that this week as you are building psychological safety into your teams. And as always, if you need help or guidance in developing a high-performing team, reach out to us. We love coaching sales leaders. You can find us on our website or one of our social channels.